I'm proud to say I've seen every James Bond movie ever made. You can always rely on the franchise to deliver a feeling of fun and sophistication.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
The original James Bond was suave and sassy. He exemplified cool. And the early films were filled with innuendo and scenes that were simultaneously exotic and a touch campy.
Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
Sean Connery's Bond had a joie de vivre,
I must be dreaming.
while Roger Moore's was less serious and a little over the top.
007. Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
But since Daniel Craig took over in 2006, things have turned strange, especially with his final Bond film, No Time to Die. It's dark and gloomy, like 2012 Skyfall, with 007 brooding with a constant scowl on his face. After paying for $15 movie tickets, I want to escape the drudgery of real life for a couple hours. I want to come out of a dark theater with a huge smile on my face, like I used to, not feeling as if I just got hit by a sad sack of potatoes.
The past isn't dead.
And man, I miss the days when you knew who the enemy was.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Whether it was Goldfinger, Blofeld stroking his white cat, or Largo with his eye patch, you always knew where you were with Spectre and the Soviets.
Our intention is to demand a ransom from the North Atlantic Treaty Powers of $280 million.
Then there's the Bond girls, who while enticing and with racy names, were usually sophisticated, worldly, and wicked smart. They've been of diverse race and nationality since the 1960s. That's equity for you, Joe. Yes, James Bond was a womanizer. Maybe that's part of the British ideal, but he was mostly unmarried.
And Mrs. James Bond.
And he was never a misogynist. You could always count on Bond films to have otherworldly plots, whether robbing Fort Knox, wiping out the human race from a hidden space shuttle, or this, my personal favorite.
I propose to end the domination of Silicon Valley and leave us in control of that market.
But today, in the Craig era, the plots have turned inward.
Unresolved childhood trauma.
Skyfall delves into Bond's childhood, and he destroys his ancestral home by blowing up propane tanks. The movie Quantum of Solace involves a Bolivian water shortage. Really? Come on. These are fantasy films, not therapy or ecological case studies.
What are you doing here, 007?
I don't interrupt you.
Also gone is the glorious rapport between Bond and Q as he unveils his latest in high-tech gadgetry.
Stinging in the rain.
That's not funny, 007.
Early Bond films were made before computer graphics. They required clever filming, amazing sets, huge casts, and daring stunts. But these days, with hundreds of movies using special effects, most major cities have been blown up, and every car chase imaginable has been done. Sure, the James Bond of the 60s and 70s needed to be modernized, but can modern Hollywood still balance fun and sophistication? Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed No Time to Die. It's just that I left the theater disappointed. The only thing that Bond's film producers seem to have a license to kill is fun. In fact, fun may already have died. Something that leaves me shaken, not stirred.